Alrighty. These are just some more, uh, this is an email that I had sent over, or no, this is not an email. This is just a something I wrote up about Northampton County. Go ahead and read through it. I will scroll up and let you pause it on the next one. This speaks about how when I was in Northampton County Jail, they use synthetic frequencies with voice changers to simulate my friends talking to me, my friends from the Northwest. Um, they had me send vulgar text messages to my mother. And as they had me send text messages to my mother on the GTL um, app on the tablets, um, they they completely controlled my thought process, and you could see how it was like completely fucked up and controlled. Um, and this was done by Northampton County while I was in their jail in cell 27E in the E mod. All of their ceilings are metal ceilings. I'm not sure how they were doing it, but it was definitely wireless. I know it was wireless because when um when they were doing it, what happened is I was able to stick my head between the metal rings of the ladder, and it would literally like buzz and ring instead of them actually sending me a signal. Instead of sending a dialogue, it would go to like a static frequency if I would put my head between the metal ladder, and it would get louder if I was in the corner of the room than if I was in a normal part of the room. It was coming in like a radio frequency. So this was definitely synthetic. There we go. And that should be long enough for you guys to read it and pause it if you needed to. um, let's see. Now let's go back. And now this is one. This is a letter that this is an email that I had attached when I had printed out, and I had attached it to the packet that I had sent in to the state compliance board and the state troopers. The packet that I got back, I never gave it to anyone at the probation office because I did not trust my probation officer, Matt. I never even told him that I was a magician or anything like that because I knew that he was manipulating me. He was conspiring he was conspiring against me with Dennis Gordon, and I would like to remind you that Dennis Gordon did walk me into Judge Zito's once before I got arrested, a couple weeks before, and then to see a detective unplanned, and we never did any work there, and then we left. So Dennis does know people there. Um, and then, yeah, he personally said he knows Judge Zito. And then he had the state trooper officer Gentelli on the phone, who then convinced me to walk myself in because they said I could bail out of jail. And then when I got in there, he had a background report printed out that was completely like, I had not got arrested in the past 6 years, but somehow they were like saying I was some hardened criminal because I had some petty thefts. I had like a fraud back when I was homeless because I used someone's credit card. um I had a lot of drug arrests because I was living on the street and I was using drugs when I was younger. I do not use drugs now. I do have a medical marijuana card, but I haven't used any medical marijuana in like 2.5 weeks or so. Um, he then, I was then misdiagnosed by Dr. Alex Thomas, who was most definitely controlled. Um, the same person who was in Dr. Alex Thomas is the same. It was the same frequencies or the same like profile or the same person who was also channeling through individuals that I've seen in Bangor. I've seen a female that was like, you could tell she was like high on some drugs or something, but this same individual was channeling through her and banging her off of cars and shit, like making her scream out loud and run around and run her body in the cars. And this is also the same frequencies that was in State Trooper Officer Gentelli when he took me to the back of the courtroom and to refused to take my statement. Instead, he had a statement from the victim, Michael Sutherland, and he said I had punched him 3 times when that was not the case. Dennis Gordon had also said that I was fired, but I wasn't. I actually quit. He said that my standards were too high. I believe Dennis Gordon was getting mad at me because I know this sounds kind of fishy, but he told me my standards were too high for his job. What was going on was I was finishing the jobs. I was finishing all the jobs, and then I was doing for Dennis within like a day, and he was charging people thousands of dollars for these jobs. And so he was getting irritated because the people were saying, "Hey, why am I to pay you so much money, and this job is getting done really really quick? Like, why do I pay you all this money?" Okay, and I'm gonna show you something else here too. So he was like, "Why am I paying you guys all this money?" Right? Hold on, I'm trying to find my downloads here. Where are my downloads? No, where did they go to? Let me find my downloads for you. My files, downloads. No downloads. Well, I'll have to find them later then. I wanted to show you how they manipulated my bank account and also how they did some other things. They literally controlled me to have what's it called? They controlled me to see if it's in here. I don't know where it would be at. I downloaded them right now. You know what? I'll just go to Google and pull them back up. Watch this shit. Alright, let's see here. Let's go back this way. Let's see. So they had me break a shitload of laptops. So there's 2 cell phones missing here, but these are all the cell phones. I still have them, and I want to extract all the information off them. Immediately, whenever I spoke bad about David Brodsman, which is my landlord, old landlord, or Dennis Gordon, these phones were broke. And the day that I signed up to do psychology, they controlled my hands to break the screen on my laptop. So Dennis, all the way through, has been in contact with every individual, my probation officer, Judge Zito, the state trooper. Like, it's all really, really fishy. Like, why would he be in contact with every single person? You know? And now, I'll show you, this was the bank things. Where is it? One second. These are all my video logs that are not public. Because they control me to say very, very vulgar things, and it's not suitable for the public. Sometimes they have me say I'm going to hurt people or kill people, and I don't wish or deem to. That is one thing that I will never ever act upon on my own accord. My probation officer probably is going to put me in jail on the 5th. Because that's what he does. He doesn't really give a shit. When I went and tried to interview him and talk, I basically just questioned him like a lawyer would. he said that he was really drawn back, and he was like, I don't know Dennis, or like he said, what, I can't know someone and talk to him. I said, no, not on my behalf, because I never gave you permission to. Dr. Alex Thomas, I do not ever remember signing a medical release, and he has all sorts of fucked up medical paperwork on me about myself, saying that I need to take weekly drug tests and all sorts of stuff, which I did say that I will donate a hair follicle from my armpit, which I have not shaved my armpits in years, so you could go back and trace all the fucking shit. But you could see that it wasn't. Yeah, these are all video logs. Every single time I was tortured at work, I took a video. So yeah, these are all times I was tortured at work. Pretty fucked up, huh? Yeah, I know. And this is kind of how it works. This is just something I was going to show you. So like, if I'm sitting here and there's someone else here, you could tell that there's other people in my probation officer as I'm looking at him. You could tell there's other people channeling through him. And I'm just going to go now, because you can pause that if you want and look at it. But I'm going down here to try to find my thing that shows the list of how many times they had me overdraft my account in a row. It's really fucked up. Wherever it is, I'll find it. It's here somewhere. I downloaded it today, and for some reason it's not on my phone right now. So we're gonna go find it. If not, I have it written in my fucking notebook. So, see, this is too far. I don't know where the fuck it's at. They moved it or something. They can literally go on and like move shit around on my phone. I've watched them do it. So they have like some sort of remote app where they could go on and move my shit around for me. I don't like it at all. Oh, right here. So see, just in overdraft fees. See that? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 overdraft fees. That's a lot of overdraft fees. It's $436 just in overdraft fees that they controlled me for that. Look at, and it's all consecutive. It's all consecutive, week after week after week after week. There's not even like a week off. They literally just control me and keep taking my money and my money and my money. This is what they do. I'm very fed up about it. So that is why I'm publishing all this, because I'm sick of this bullshit. And this is why I'm forwarding it to like all the news stations all over the world, and all over the United States. And now I'm going to go into how I lost my license on the next video.